All right, we are back here on White Mountains today with the very nice and beautiful Donna Dolan from Tin Mountain Conservation Center. It's been too long.
You know, it has
Where
been,
have
Kelly.
you been? You've been working.
We've been very busy.
And you have
really
some great news. You were telling me before we came back about a new membership drive that you have going on. So let's talk about that, and then let's talk about what Tin Mountain actually does.
I would love to do that. First of all, we have an anonymous foundation that is very generous to us this year, and they will match anyone who becomes a member of Tin Mountain. And hopefully at the end of this program, if you're not a member, you'll consider doing that. You can go online to tinmountain.org and get all the information I'm telling you right now about our organization, as well as this membership drive. You can become a member online, or you can call us at 447-6991.
Okay, so when you say they match the membership, what does that mean? That they boost your membership, or they give money towards you guys? What does the match mean?
If you're a new member and you become a member at the $50 level, they will match that 100%. So they will give us $50 for your $50.
Wonderful.
If you're an existing member and you go up one level from 50 to 100, they will also match that. So the 100, they'll match that at 100. If you are a member and you recommend a friend, like Hans, who's like taping this right now, they will do that at 200%. So
wow.
You recommend Hans at $50, they will give us $100 to match that. And if you're a member who's existing and you pay by check, if you become a sustaining member by giving a small amount every month, then they will match that as well. So it's a win-win situation to be a member this year for Tin Mountain. You're supporting environmental education, and we have so many programs.
Yes, you do. And actually, it's a wonderful way to raise money for you guys. And I was going to say, you know, why should people raise money for you guys? And we were talking before, and what you guys do is so important. It's like, and I was saying, you know, if I ever wanted to not work for myself or whatever, I would look to you guys because you feel good about what you're doing. It's important that people realize what's in this area, how they can affect, how they can change not only their own lifestyles or, you know, their environment around them. And Tin Mountain's very integral for that, for kids and adults.
This is true. Building itself, if you have not been to the Nature Learning Center, it's on Bald Hill Road in Albany.
It's gorgeous.
It's solar photovoltaic. It was the first state-of-the-art building of that sort. Again, we had an anonymous donor for that. It was a $350,000 solar photovoltaic piece. Definitely worth looking at. But because we had established that, now the water precinct is solar, as well as some other buildings in the area. So the building itself is built with natural materials, with local carpenters.
Gorgeous trees that you took right from the property, all different kinds of species.
This is true. And if we're closed even on the weekend, you're welcome to use our trails any time of the year. And right now you can put on your micro spikes, go out. It's just fabulous. And it's pretty amazing that people who have lived in our community still will come up and say, you know, I haven't been here yet. It's really worth looking at. It's a resource for all of you.
It's
just great.
It's a great property, but you guys also do education, classes type stuff.
Right now we have winter camp going on. February vacation, we still have some openings on our Friday program, but it was really fun yesterday seeing all of these. They were building huts, and they were really proud that they built a hut big enough outside to put 5 people in. So,
oh my goodness, that's huge.
Yes, there's all these 13-year-olds with shovels coming in.
Great.
It was just great. And we have summer camp coming up as well, and that will be posted on our website probably as early as this week. The camp brochure is done. We are doing something new this year. You can register online for our summer camp.
Wonderful.
And one of the items, well, can I kind of put a plug in right now for our first season auction?
Well, absolutely. Well, you were telling me about this item, and I was blown away that someone, well, go ahead, you describe it.
I will. We do have summer camp, but we also have an auction coming up on March 12th. There's the first season auction and dinner. It's fabulous. We usually have over 400 people and over 300 items. And this year...
this thing is gorgeous. Let me Vanna this for you so you can get a shot of it.
This is handcrafted by one of our camp counselors and one of our naturalists year-round. It's Corey Blotchett. And we're really happy to have her on board. This particular camp last year, we had a basket weaver, Alice Ogden, come and instruct all the campers how to make these. After they made them, they went canoeing overnight using their packs.
This is gorgeous. And I could not believe this was the product of a camp.
Isn't that amazing?
I want to do it.
Yeah, I know, definitely.
But you guys can win this at the auction.
This is right. And George Cleveland is our auctioneer, and he does a fabulous job, local celebrity, and we're really happy to have him. So there are 10 select items that we choose for our auction. And I did want to say with our summer camps, for those, it's for ages 4 to 16, but for the older children, we have Explorers Camp, and we still have canoe trips and hikes up Mount Washington area and staying in the hut. So it's just great.
There's quite a selection, and and they learn about the environment. They learn how to care for the environment. So it's a wonderful situation for everybody. And you know, folks love. I have my kids in Tin Mountain programs, and they absolutely loved it. They did the week-long one for the summer, and it was awesome.
Yes, and children grow so much in that period of time. They're small groups, so they get to know their friends, and they really stretch their comfort level out in nature, and it's great.
They come back a little bit more mature, I would say. My kids did, because they felt confident that they could handle these things like canoeing. They had never been before, and all this other stuff. It was really cool. What ages does...
Ages 4 to 16.
4 to 16.
And
okay,
the 4-year-olds start with a half day, and then the older campers have overnights. So it's really quite nice.
All right, and so folks, you can find out more about those camps online. The summer camps, of course, the winter camp is going on currently. And if you want to support Tin Mountain and these camps, you can also donate right online. And they're doing that membership drive where it's matched. So it's a great time. How long of a span do you have to
We have the whole fiscal year.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So don't wait
till December, but don't wait, because if you have children and they will go to camp, you will get discount if you're a member.
Perfect.
Also, we have some awesome nature programs I'll talk about as well.
Okay.
And you get discounts on that and go free to our programs as well.
Wonderful. Tell me about some of these beautiful items you brought.
I would be glad to. I do want to mention one more live item, because we were talking about camps before I go further. One of the unique things we have at our auction, and many of the guests who come really appreciate the fact that they can purchase a campership for a child who could not normally afford to go to camp.
Awesome.
Tin Mountain makes every effort to make sure every child will have the opportunity to go to camp. And because we're so well received in this community, it was a grassroots organization that started over 35 years ago. North Country Jewelers, who is familiar with us for many years, had one of their jewelers, and I believe his last name is Grossman.
Yeah. Greg, I think.
Greg, yes, thank you. He hand designed this.
Oh my goodness,
and
it's gorgeous.
White gold and yellow gold, and this is our original logo. How sweet is that?
That is so cool. And North Country Jewelers does a great job, actually, being involved in the community. And this is just part of that.
Isn't that beautiful? So that item will go live, but we have unique items like that, and then we have local artists and craftspeople. Andrew.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Isn't that beautiful?
Bluebird?
Yes. Andrew Thompson of Wild Light Images does beautiful photographs of mammals, birds. I recommend going to his website. But every year he donates a beautiful image, and this is an indigo bunting,
indigo
not a
bunting.
bluebird, but I'll show you the difference.
I was just going to say, I've never seen a bluebird around here, though, to tell you the truth, but...
We do have them.
Oh,
and if you come to Tin Mountain in the
birdhouses.
summer, you'll see a few. And you might be lucky to see indigo bunting, too, and I just noticed that on the screen. That is so beautiful. And he really captures the birds right in the wild, and that's probably one of my loveliest looking birds for me. I get all excited. That and the red tanager, because most of our birds are pretty.
I love the Rufus towhee.
And the common birds, I just love too. So it's, we do have
it's the common birds.
We do have. This is true. We do have a bird society, and we do have interns in the summer as well as right now. And one of them is an avian ecologist. So if you want to know more about our bird studies, definitely go to Tin Mountain as well.
So this is a picture of the bluebird.
Yes.
Which
Kelly, you could read the quote, but the row.
it says the bluebird carries the sky on his back.
Isn't that lovely?
If you see a picture, it's very cool of the bluebird there.
Now, many of you know Ed Bergeron and Kathy Bergeron.
Absolutely.
And this is her brother who makes these feeders. And bluebirds like mealworms, which are the larvae of beetles, and a certain type of beetle. And so if you put that in this feeder, you might be able to attract at your own home a bluebird.
Well, I know the bluebird population, and I mentioned I've never seen one. Starlings, I hear, were a big problem when they were introduced or escaped, that they've taken all the nesting sites. So that's another reason. And